You all have met Big Bertha, and this is Big Bertha's sister, Big Betty. Big Betty is going to help me make 5 loaves of sourdough today. This is the first time I've made this many. So I have my 500 grams of active starter already in here, and we are going to add 1,750 grams of water now to Betty here. This is Betty's first introduction, so she's pretty excited to be used. So you guys, these loaves I'm making for my Crunch Bunch, aka Crunch Club. I'm not sure what the name is yet. So that I'm having with some of my friends tomorrow, where we meet and we do crunchy things together. So we are going to tomorrow. I'm teaching the girls how to make sourdough. So I'm going to let this sit for, mix it all together, and I'm going to let it sit for about an hour. I got my little handy dandy. You don't need a little handy dandy. You can use a whisk or whatever to whisk this up, but you want to just whisk it so it gets kind of frothy. And this is just the starter and the water. I'm going to let this sit for like an hour, and then I'm going to add my flour and my salt. And I'm going to take you guys every step of the way so you get to see it. So, okay, kind of like that. There you go. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, and now it's time for our first set of stretch and folds. I had this covered with a big towel. Normally, if you're making like a smaller one, you just use like a damp dishcloth to cover it up. So we're just going to take this around. You're going to lift it up like this and slap it down. Go around, lift it up, slap it down. Lift it up, slap it down. Lift it up, slap it down. I'd like to give it a good little slap. Slap her around a little bit. These are called coil folds, where you fold it like this. And what this does is this just helps strengthen the gluten. So it's a little sticky right now. You can just do this a few times till you'll feel the dough start to, words are hard, start to like get a little bit harder to manipulate. I like to slap it around like this. Okay, that's good for our first set of stretch and folds. Cover this up again, let it sit another 45 minutes, and then we'll come back. So I skipped past I didn't record the other stretch and folds because I just felt like it's kind of boring because I just keep doing the same thing. So I did 3 sets of stretch and fold. Then I put this back in here and I let it sit. It's like 9 o'clock right now, way past my bedtime, which is why I'm ready for bed. But I got to get these rolled out and put in the fridge. But I wanted to give you a look just so you can kind of see what the dough looks like. See how I can push in it. It's not sticking to my finger. That's what we want to, that's what we are looking for. So let's get this out of here. Let's see if it'll come out on its own. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Oh, yeah. Nice, Betty. Okay, so let's see. Never mind, I'm not going to weigh these. It's not that deep. I don't care. Get what you get. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Okay, so I got about this much out from that one, and we're just going to kind of spread it out. I don't like to really like flatten it a ton. Make it into a semi-rectangular shape. Also, you guys, I'm still like I feel like I'm still like kind of a newbie at sourdough. I'm still learning. So like, obviously I know more than a probably beginner, but I'm definitely not advanced. I'm like level 3. So maybe level 4. I'm getting to level 4. Okay, we're gonna flap this over. We're gonna roll it up. And now we're gonna do these push and pull. So we're gonna push it and slide it. And push and slide. And push and slide. push and slide. And you can kind of, when you're doing this, you can kind of feel the tension building. Feel the tension rising. I made this one kind of big. I can tell it's going to be a big one. So and then you're going to take your little baby in your floured bowl. You don't have to use these. Like, you can get these. Obviously, they're everywhere. But look, I don't have enough, and I have to make 4 of them. So I just use glass bowls with these towels in them with flour. So it's all good. Just use whatever you got around. You don't have to have special, specific sourdough stuff. Okay, so this we're going to cover up. Couldn't put it in the fridge overnight. This is the second proof, which, again, if you're learning sourdough, it's a little overwhelming trying to learn the sourdough lingo, because I feel like it was like a whole new language when I was learning it. Like, I'm like, what is like a banneton, and what's what's the first proof and the second proof, and what is, I don't know, but it's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. If you know what you're just learning sourdough, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the bulk rise and the whatever. I'm like, dude, I have no idea. I remember I had to Google like some of these things. Like, what does this mean? I still don't even really see. I can't even say them because I don't even really remember what most of them are. So, okay, same goes for this one. I made this one a little smaller. I'm going to make these 2 and these glass ones a little, like little baby ones. Okay, that one's plopping in. And if any like sourdough makers that are like level like 7 and above are watching this and I'm doing something really wrong, I am sorry. If you're cringing at something I'm doing, I apologize. We listen and we don't judge. You push and we pull. And we push and we pull. We push and we pull, we push and we pull, we push and we pull. Okay, enough of that. All right, plop it in. This one's just like, wants to be skinny. This is like a Ozempic roll of dough. So I'm gonna put some of this brown rice flour in the bottom of this. Okay, this one is my like long basket. So I'm gonna kind of sort of make it into that shape. Make it go into that shape. Listen to me. Listen to me, little loaf of sourdough. Go into the shape I want you to. All right, that's good enough. Okay, slap that in. Okay, here we go. We got 5 loaves ready to go in the fridge overnight to proof. The only problem I have now is finding room in my fridge for these, since I have a fridge full of tallow out in the garage and a fridge full of food in here. So we'll figure it out. But we'll pop these in the oven tomorrow, and I'll give you guys a look to see how they turned out. But they're looking pretty good, so I'm excited.